So the story, there's much to my story. I'm such an escape artist. We'll get back to that wonderful story of escape. But right now, is tell you about how I got this car. I got a letter in the mail, and the letter said, "Scratch off the numbers. You have a credit rating, and scratch off the numbers and see if you won a prize." So I scratched off the numbers, and what do you know? They were matching numbers. And so I called the people, and I said, "I see I get to win a prize, and I'd like to collect it. I'll be out." And they said, "Come out within 30 days, and you can have the prize." So I took the letter. A friend of mine drove me out there. And as I was driving up, this man acted like he was assigned definitely to our car. He walked right up to us. They didn't know I was coming that day. And on his lapel, and his name on his lapel was JESUS. And right away I knew God had something planned for me. My God, Jesus Christ. So I got out of the car and handed him the letter. And he said, "Well, let's go into the office." And he took the letter into the office and matched it to the board. And the board said, the people who have this number win 3 days and 2 nights at a hotel. So I said, "Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I accept the prize." And so they handed me the certificate. So I was about to leave, and he says, "Would you like a car?" I said, "Well, I cannot afford a car." He says, come on out and look at this. Look at what we have on the lot." So we went out to the lot, and he said, what car do you like?" I said, "Well, this is cute, this little silver car here." So we got in the car, and we went for a test drive. And then we parked the car and went inside. And he says, "Why don't you just have some popcorn and some coffee and just relax?" And so me and my friend sat, and we kind of like talked. And out he came again, and he said, "Well, can you get a cosigner for your car?" And I said, "No, I can't. Actually, I don't believe in getting a cosigner anymore. Many years ago, I did when I was, young adult. But I decided in the last 30 years I wouldn't even apply for credit, let alone get a cosigner." So anyway, as the story goes, in and out he went out of the office. I would say a couple of hours while we were sitting there talking and just looking things over. He said, "Well, can you get a down payment?" I said, "No, I can't do that." "What about and I'm supposing he went on and on. I'm thinking that he also said, "Do you have insurance?" And I'm pretty sure I said, "No, I don't have insurance anymore. I had was my Seville. By the way, the Seville was my hospital car. I used it to take care of myself and also help others. So I kept it loaded up, but it died of old age. So I was out of a car for 2 years before this letter came." So anyway, he said, "Well, let me go and check again." He went back. I think we were there maybe 2 or 3 hours. Seemed like a long time just to bring a short story. But yes, I did ring that bell, and I did sing the Serenity Prayer song, "Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace," because they got me a car that day, and they drove the car into the lot where I usually am in Glendale, and I got it for no money down, no cosigner. They paid for the tagline registration. They paid the insurance, and all I had to do is worry about the monthly payment, which is, that's, to me, it's like, Well, that's even less than rent. So, God came to me that day for that. And the miracle goes on. It was not only because the guy on his lapel said Jesus, it's his father's name. His father's name is Abraham. And when this man was born, there was a miracle to be had. And the father prayed, will you bring about this miracle? If you do, I'll name my child Jesus. And so the miracle came, and he named the child Jesus, which was the man who came to the car when I presented the letter. Well, the next day, you see, they drove the car all the way to Glendale that day. I got the car that day. But it goes on like this. The next day, I had to go to the DMV because I didn't have my driver's license renewed, and I had to take a written test. So I studied for quite a while, and I just took my time because I was really nervous. I would have a car, but I wouldn't have a driver's license. I would not be driving legally. So I passed the test and got in my car happily and went on my way. My friend told me the next day, he said, I couldn't even get I went over to the DMV to take care of some business, and they had shut the DMV down at 11 o'clock. The computers were shut down. To me, that was a part of the miracle. I got the driver's license. That was part of the miracle. The DMV closing down, that was part of the miracle, too, because to me, God was doing business only for me, and that was the end of it. There wasn't going to be any follow-up and commercial ad play to what I was doing. It was my miracle. God came to me through Jesus that day. I've escaped many times to that man I call Christ. I'm an escape artist. And I escaped to Christ in prayer many, many times. This picture, I really am going to have to look up on the internet to tell you who drew this picture. It's a lovely rendition of Christ. But the man at the dealership, his name was given to him. I escaped to Jesus Christ, and I asked the Lord for a car. And, of course, I asked for a Hummer, because I saw myself as a missionary going up into the hills and so forth. We get a little humor out of that, and singing a few songs and so forth. But my miracle, that's it. And the Lord blessed me with a new car, and I'm sitting in it this morning. If you listen, you can hear the bells in the background of the church nearby. I'm just a happy, I'm a happy camper. I'm a missionary. And I was given the post of ordained minister in 2001. And over in the corner over there, you can see in the distance, perhaps you can see it, is that church that I served, 333 East Colorado. I served over there for a long time, 18 years. I'm Bishop Claudia A.Goodwin-HUMPHREY. I'm an ordained minister for Jesus Christ.